Today, I'm going to continue from snail farming part 1, which I earlier posted on this channel for you guys. If you want to watch the part 1 of this snail farming, you can go up to the bio, the link bio, and watch the part 1 of this series. Today, I will continue from the sourcing of snails, which I earlier talked about in the part 1 of the snail farming video I did. So today, let me continue by saying, I was talking about the sourcing of snails. Now, you should not source snails from the market. A snail should be sourced from the farm, an existing farm, to avoid low productivity, to avoid low fertility. When you get a snail from the market, it loses its fertility because one, snails are brought to the market, are transported from long distances to the market. Some of them lose fertility, some of them are coming from long distances, some of them lose fertility. They can't produce the required number of eggs that are viable in production and in equipping your farm with so many snails, which is required to set up a snail farm. So that's the reason why I don't advise people to buy snails from the market. If you want to rear snail, visit an existing farm and get a snail. Or if you don't have the finance or you don't have the capacity, go into the bush, pick snails from the bush, and equip your pen. That's the second way you can get a snail, and it retains its fertility when you fix them in the farm. Today, also, I'm going to be talking about the diseases that affect snail farming. In talking about the diseases that affect snail farming, one, we talk about bacterial infections, which are the most prominent ones we see in snail farming today, where a snail starts decaying from the inside, from the shell inside. You see a snail start decaying from the inside. All those are caused by bacteria infection, which they may contact from the kind of soil they live on, which may not be treated or may be infected by maybe food leftovers and other related issues that may be on the farm. That's why we always advise for soil to be treated before snail is introduced to the farm. As a farmer, all those in soil preparation should be done first. In the next series of this snail farming and profitability, I will be talking about how to treat soil before introduction of snails into the farm. I'll give a full and elaborate explanation about this topic. Let me continue. So now, talking about bacterial infection is the most predominant. It's seen very everywhere in the farm. Some snails may die and infect others, and it's very transmittable among snails. The second thing I want to talk about are the pests and insects that affect snail, which is one of the insects that affects snail so much, which is an ant, is the soldier ant, which eats them up when they invade the farm. To stop this issue, you have to, when building the farm, you have to build a semi-pond or pond around your pen to avoid this kind of issues. Always use pond and surround your farm. You can use this pond to rear fish in the farm. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the red is the orange, not the red, the orange and the black ant, which eats snails from the inside. When they invade your farm, I'll be showing some pictures in this talk show. When they invade your farm, they eat up the snails from the inside. Sometimes they inject a semen which causes decay of snails. Or you can avoid this by still using ponds in the farm. Another insect I want to talk about is rodents, rats, and so many other ones which can frequent your farm but can be avoided by also using ponds. Always check your snails regularly to avoid these issues coming out. In my next talk show, I'll be telling you with examples other things you need to know about snail farmings that I have not mentioned in my part 1 and in my part 2. So the part 3 will be containing, watch out for it, will be containing more on how so many other issues related to snail farming you need to avoid. The last thing I want to talk about today is how profitable is snail farming in Nigeria and Africa and in the world in general. Talking about snail farming in general, I will start by saying snail farming is profitable. It's one of the easiest farming area you can start with 0 naira or $0. You can start snail farming with as low as $5. The only thing you need is a little space and some snails you can gather from the bush. You have started up. It doesn't need you to have $1 million, $500,000, 1 million naira, 2 million naira, 500,000 naira. You can start snail farming as low as $10. As low, even less than that, as low as $10. So, people ask, how profitable is this snail farming? Remember, snails lay a bunch of eggs all year round. Some snails can lay up to 3 to 4 times in a year, which can fill up your farm within 1, 2, 3, 4 years, depending on the number of snails you have in your farm. So my brothers, snail farming is profitable. Restaurants around the country always sell snail as an exotic meat. You can be a supplier and supply tons of snails to them for profit. You can sell to market women. You can be a supplier to a company that uses snail slime to produce cosmetics, like in Europe, America, and Asia. But I will talk about that topic, using snail slime for cosmetics, in my next video. So do stay tuned for this exclusive video that I'll be producing in my next part, which is the part 3 of snail farming. So my brothers and sisters, this is where I will end this video. Thanks for watching this video. Do subscribe, comment, and if you have any further questions, I will leave you with my WhatsApp line so you can chat me up and ask me on your own private time some questions which you have. Thank you and God bless. Meet you next time. Bye.